There are as many tracks cutting through Lorella as there are ways to explore this country. Some of them treacherous, but all leading to their own kind of paradise. When I was a kid, I dreamed of exploration, of finding new places on the globe. But exploration isn't about being first, really. It's about surviving by your wits a million miles from help. It's ultimately about self-reliance. First stop out here is one of my favorite places on the property, a tiny, hidden oasis called Nanny's Retreat.
Nanny's Retreat is a great example of why you really need to get out of the four-wheel drive and get out into nature a bit. The rock formations here are insane. It's sort of like the lost city. This stuff has been weathered down into pretty intricate and amazing shapes. It's pretty cool to think about how old this place really is. The Northern Territory and even Northern Western Australia, two of the oldest landscapes in the world.
A short hike into this strange landscape belies its homogeneity from the air. This is a jewel in the jungle.
This is absolutely spectacular. Little spot called Nanny's Retreat. Beautiful deep swimming hole, little waterfalls, fish swimming in here, caves to explore. This place is prehistoric and inspiring. You can really see how all these rocks got their shape. It's nothing more than flowing water in the wet season. And even now, this thing's spring fed, so it's beautiful, clear swimming hole. You've got so much to explore here, and it's stunningly beautiful.
To the local Aboriginals, there were as many as a dozen seasons in a year up here. To us, there seemed to be only two, hot and hotter, dry and wet. We see the scars of the wet and swim in the sandstone pools that violence has left behind. Civilization has always been drawn to fresh water. It is man's second most pressing need. Yet out here, it seems like something more is drawing us to these green-blue oases. We aren't chasing distant waterfalls because we are physically thirsty. It's like John Prine said, and the water tastes funny when you're far from your home, but it's only the thirsty that hunger to roam.
Oh mate, what a day.
I love a mission like this. You know, like we're not even halfway to the coast, and already we've had low range for about half the day.
Bush mechanics.
Bush mechanics, which there'll probably be more of.
It's just the beginning.
But, you know, as I've gotten older, I've learned that truly the journey is the destination. You know, the trip to get there, like, I'm really hoping to catch some fish tomorrow. But honestly, right now, we're just on the way to somewhere. We've got this place to ourselves. We've had a swim in a beautiful gorge.
And that's the thing about coming to these places, you know, the tracks are pretty challenging. That last little rocky outcrop that was just out down this last bit of track here was pretty hard on the vehicles, to say the least. Yeah. But, you know, like you said, just makes you slow down and soak in all the beauty.
As we head deeper north into Lorella, through interminable bulldust patches, we begin to run alongside a blue tidal creek that lets out at Yarnarndu Inlet on the Gulf. This is one of the newest tracks that Rhett has cut through here, and one of the roughest on the property. One of the trickiest things about fishing the far north by boat is dealing with tides. The mouth can be flowing free, and then a few hours later, it is a series of puddles and muddy bars. You have to pay attention here, or risk being stranded in a mangrove swamp surrounded by salties for hours. We set up camp on the bank of the creek and started the job of unpacking gear and fixing all of the little things that rattled apart from the corrugations, potholes, and creek crossings that are the entry paths to this part of the world.
Well, we made it all the way out to the secret fishing hole, just on the banks of the creek here, and now it's time to put together all of the things that the long, dusty, corrugated road to get here has broken apart. So it doesn't look like there's anything serious, just lots of loose bits, lots of dust everywhere, but it's a good lesson on why you need to bring tools and just basic spares out here. You can get away with some pretty simple gear, but these roads tear everything apart.
With everything screwed or taped back together, we rigged up the fishing gear and waited for the dawn, which promised a good tide and hopefully good fish.